the number one issue to beat Trump, the number one, okay, you got that? Better than two, is what they're doing to our veterans. It's more important. Don't screw the Qatari jet and the Democrats' low number and who's the leader of the party and what's the message and all of the constipated, convoluted shit you see and hear about. This is the number one issue. This has every visual you can imagine. It's justice versus evil. It's being a great citizen to being a turncoat. You got your own emotional song. Try When Johnny Comes Home Marching Again. So what I say to all of you, and you insist this on your leaders, you insist it on everybody, ram it home, ram it home, ram it home. This morning, I got in touch with John Delvoppi and about how salient that this veterans issue is among voters under 30. Now, I want to make a point is it's going to be, I think it's pretty clear, I haven't seen the data, it's going to be more salient and more powerful among voters over 60 than under 30 because the percentage of veterans in that demographic are going to be more, and they're going to understand this. But let's just go with what we got. And I want to read you a text I got from John, and I'm going to read it to you verbatim so there can't be anything about anybody getting anything wrong here. We tested more than 10 issues in a poll of more than 1,000 young voters. Understand that that's a lot. That's 1,000 of, I don't know, 17% of the electorate, maybe, hopefully that, or maybe a little bit more. So your error factor here is exceedingly low, all right? The most salient and persuasive issue in driving Trump's negative was Trump targeted his budget cuts toward the 1.2 million veterans who rely on food stamps, and many more depend on Medicaid. Not far behind that. This is number one. This is number 1A. It's so powerful. But Trump cut staff at Veterans Crisis Line, which receives over 60,000 calls a month, despite a suicide rate of 17.6 per day among veterans. Trump is cutting 83,000 jobs at the Department of Veterans Affairs, nearly 1 in 5 VA positions, including doctors, nurses, and suicide hotline staff. All of this, quoting him directly, is more effective than manipulation of mortgage, Qatari jet, etc. May I editorialize here for a second? The press will be on a Qatari jet. Okay, they don't understand this. So we got to explain it to them, and we have to drive it home. Drive it home. This generation of Gen Z voters and millennials have always believed in an active federal government, especially to protect the vulnerable. This is why these messages and similar about cutting $1 trillion from Medicaid and SNAP threatening food assistance for millions of low-income Americans are so effective. The problems the Democrats have had is a success in this area is sometimes hard to quantify. Well, we can sure quantify failure now, can't we? Okay? It's easy. And even if when we do good things, we don't know how to communicate our message. Thank you. We're trying. We have a golden opportunity. Seize it. It's simple, great visuals, great coverage, great passion. Young voters think even Democrats are a good idea, they're not to execute. All right. So this is our golden opportunity. You do it in your hometown. Do it at the courthouse square. Organize people. Bring them together. Use flags. Use music. I tell you what's a good one is play When Johnny Comes Marching Home Again. The Trump administration, the Republicans are going to fuck Johnny. That's what's going to happen to Johnny. He's going to end up eating a 38. And his last call is going to be to a non-existent veteran suicide prevention hotline. Take that. Take that. So sometimes we have to use an issue to leverage into a bigger issue. And what we want the American public to ask is a simple question. If they are going to screw and cut and trample on and disrespect a veteran, then what are they going to do to you? Yeah, what are they going to do to you? If they're willing to do this for people who commit suicide at ungodly rates, that have unbelievable medical problems as a result of their service to our nation, then they're going to, don't tell them what they're going to do to your sorry ass. So we got everything going for us here. Everything going for us. Don't bring the whole conversation back to this issue. Don't go down the rabbit hole. They're going to want you to do that. And they want to talk about Biden's cognition. And they're going to want to talk about Trump is here, good close. What does his tariff policy say? Or anything they want. What about the low approval rating of the Democrats, James? It's only 26%. All right, they're going to pull all that shit. And don't you get deflected. Don't let your leaders get deflected. And if they do, call them and bitch them out. This is, I think, a great time. And we got the pom-pom caucus out there. Yay, team fight. We're going to get them. We're going to get them. You actually have a piece of ground that you can fight on. It's a noble piece of ground. All right, you don't have to go to Coachella or somewhere and speak to rallies. You can do it right there, and it's something that people give a shit about, give a big shit about. And they know what it means. They don't know what an oligarch is, but they know what a veteran is. They know what a suicide is. They know what an obligation is. They know what a country is. And I would ask my friends on the progressive side of the equation or whatever it is, this is something that we can join together in. This is a fight that we can fight together. This is an important fight because it says so much about us as a nation, and it has the potential of saying so much about us as a political party and the real potential of saying so much about them as a political party. We always we want to talk about values. What higher value you have than the contract that a nation makes with its veterans? That's a value. That's a value that we ought to all stand together in. We ought to take this thing and ram it home. Ram it home. Ram it home.